Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Talk Tuesday, March 4th. We are so happy you could join us today. Hard to believe we're in March already. This school year has definitely flown by, but we are so happy that you're here with us, and we have a great presentation, so let's get moving. And we want to welcome you today. I am Christine Killowen, consultant at the State Education Resource Center. I am here with my colleague, Holly Ryan. We are also here with our CSDE partners and colleagues, Kari Sullivan-Custer and Jay Brown. Today we have a special presentation on the LEAP program at the Bridge at ACES, and we're looking into addressing student absenteeism and engagement. We are here today with Dr. Lisa Simone, the Director of ACES Youth Justice and Education Services. We're also here with Cynthia Ratchless, LEAP Coordinator, and Chanel Hansen. I will finish up just with a minute or so at the end, just with reminders for any upcoming attendance and engagement meetings. And we're going to go over to Superintendent's Digest. And again, this information can be found. There's a QR code. We also have the link for Superintendent's Digest in the PowerPoint. But these are some of the things in the last month that have kind of come onto the horizon. I won't go into detail about a lot, but just in case it's something that you might be interested in finding a little bit more about, just click on the link. And we have a lot of information on BCBAs in schools, those guidelines of professional learning standards. I know a lot has been a topic of BCBAs lately in districts, so that's something you might want to touch about. There is the 2025 Challenge to Educational Citizenship Award program. If some of your students might be interested, another great thing to check out. There is a grant application for out-of-town magnet school transportation. The submission is open for that. That is something really big as well because we know transportation costs can be very high. So possibly look into that to see what the determining factors are. Office of Policy Management has a survey that is open. There is a student summit to navigate the historical waters of our unique identities that is open, and that is through the Connecticut's African American, Black, and Puerto Rican Latino course of studies. There is on February 26th, they did come out with clarification from the Office of Civil Rights on Title VI. It's a Dear Colleague letter, but it kind of clarifies some of the recent conversations and the executive order around it. So it is something to look at. And actually, if you look at February 27th, there was also a little paragraph that they put on to also clarify a little bit further. So just so you have that information. The Voice of Dyslexia, Tell Us Your Story. This is really a great opportunity for people to really come forward with their stories on dyslexia. The different rests are recording different sessions on this. And dyslexia is something we're really, we're trying to really bring to the forefront, really talk about more. And understand the impact. So it is something if you're interested in looking to, somebody interested, to give them the link or the information on that. There is, if expression of interest, the Commissioners Network, that's now open as well. The State Board of Education is looking for student members and application, and this is coming up rather quickly. I think it's like March 20th is the deadline for it. So if you know a student that might be interested in this, there is an application in there with a due date for that to be filled out. Governor Lamont had something he put forward in February about a legislative proposal to increase special education support for municipalities. And if you've been following a lot with legislative session, special education has been at the forefront from the Education Committee all the way to even the governor's agenda. And I realize the governor did just, there was a veto done, but that doesn't mean the work hasn't stopped in discussing this. So really looking into what the governor sees with further special education funding. But there's also a special education task force that was created in the legislature, and that information is very interesting as well. You'll find that on the Connecticut General Assembly website. Again, they're exploring the cost to districts, especially with transportation, especially with services and resources that are needed. They're really trying to dig deep in what districts need, knowing that the cost is so high. So again, great information to explore, especially with the impact on districts to those costs. There is a revenue source report on EdSite. Again, a really great place to go for data on how costs are broken down in districts with the budgets that the Board of Ed puts forward, especially how much allocation you get for state, federal, municipal funding, grant funding. It's all broken down on EdSite when it's reported from the districts. So again, if you're wondering where your district is on the allocation of that, EdSite has wonderful data on that. And then this is interesting. In February, they came out with a certification alert for Public Act 2441. It really, the legislature last session, they decided to only go to a tier 2 certification model. So there is information about that. So if your district's really interested in understanding how the certifications are changing a bit, giving a little longer time period for the initial, I believe a little bit longer for the professional as well. I would definitely look into how that has changed a bit. But it was really an interesting read, and it's a quick read. Okay, and I believe that's it for Superintendent's Digest. I'm going to turn it over to Kari Sullivan Custer.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Talk Tuesday. It's March. Who could believe it? Thank goodness. We're rounding the corner on this school year into the spring. So welcome all. It's great to see so many of you here today. So next slide, please. As usual, I'm the data guru. And so the January chronic absence data has been updated on the attendance dashboard from our colleagues at the performance office. We did see an uptick in every group. So in January, chronic absence, it increased compared to December. We were 18.7 for all students, 25.4 for our students with high needs. English learners were at 23.8, and all the way across to our students experiencing homelessness, which are almost double what our other groups are for chronic absence. So I want to think a little bit about our students experiencing homelessness today as we go through a couple more slides. And the next slide is a trajectory of where we were last year. We can see we were pretty flat last year, and I have this here so I can see it because I can't see it too well on there. But you can see the jump in the right-hand square here box. You can see we started in October at 16.1. November, we went up to 18.5. We had a better attendance in December, fewer days in September at 17.1. And then we jumped, surprisingly, this is a pretty large jump, 18.7. I should say surprisingly, but we know that in January, we had kind of a rocky start to coming back, with Three Kings Day being like right in the middle of coming back to school, and then a day off on a Monday. We had lots of illness happening, and we also had immigration enforcement, which was causing fear for many families. So we understand that was happening in January and perhaps in February. If anybody has any comments, I do want to say that I did download the spreadsheet of chronic absence from for this past January, and there were districts that saw an improvement or stayed stable. And I know Bristol was one that was pretty stable, and Danbury, this district, Danbury has the highest percentage of students who have at least one parent born outside of the United States, and Danbury improved their chronic absence by almost 2 points. So I give them a round of applause. But I encourage you to look at your data, see how you're doing compared to last month. We're still doing better than we were last year. In January, we were at 19.1. So we're just a little bit better than we were last year. So this is stubborn. This is a struggle. The climate and the culture and environment are not working in our favor necessarily. And I just want to thank every one of you for all of your hard work to improve attendance and to connect with our families. Next slide. This will show you our high needs students. Chronic absence was 25.4, which is very, very high. It is a little lower, about 1 point lower than it was last January. And you'll see our non-high needs students are at 10.5. So clearly our high needs students are the ones who are struggling with getting to school every day. Those are students who are free or reduced lunch, students with disabilities, and are multilingual learners. Next slide, please. And the next one, this slide shows us homeless, and you'll see homeless took a big jump in January. It's trending lower than last year, which is great, which shows some support. There are creating structures that are supporting families, but it's still much too high. And I wanted to use this data for students experiencing homelessness to share an event that's coming up later this month with Attendance Works and the Schoolhouse Connections. So if you go to the next slide, inspiring best practices for improving attendance of students experiencing homelessness. So I want you to think about those students who are experiencing homelessness in your district and prepare to respond, because we're going to have a little opportunity for you to give some feedback. So March 13th at 1 o'clock Eastern is part one of this webinar series with Schoolhouse Connection, which is the national agency that supports McKinney-Vento and homelessness. And next slide, please. And Christine, if you could put the link to this webinar into the chat, I would appreciate it. So we had a presentation on homelessness a little over a year ago. My colleague Lou Talierita, who many of you may know, because I know many of you wear multiple hats. Some of you also work on McKinney-Vento, came and talked to us about homelessness and what that means. And so I'm reminding you that this presentation and slides are still on our Talk Tuesday webpage. So if you're interested in this topic and how you can support the students in your district who are homeless and experiencing chronic absence, I hope you know that data. If you don't know that data, that can be one thing you can commit to, is to go back and to find out how are our homeless youth or our unaccompanied youth doing with attendance. And I put here for you what homeless means. So it's an individual who lacks a fixed, regular, and adequate nighttime residence. They could be sharing housing with another family. They could be living in hotels, motels, or living in emergency or transitional housing. Living in a public or private space not designed for humans to live, and living in cars, parks, abandoned buildings, and such. Being students who are struggling with homeless, maybe just couch surfing or doubling up with a family. So it's really important that we have our eyes and ears on the ground to identify those students who may be in these situations who need extra support through McKinney-Vento. And so I have here for you a link to Lou's presentation, the slides, and the recording. The next slide, I just wanted to share the School is Better with You again. Make sure these slides are, these resources are available for you. There's lots of things to print out. There's a tip sheet, morning announcements. I'm not sure if Rachel from New London is here, but that's something they helped us with, these tip sheets. And then there's some social media messages on attendance and support. And then I just wanted to ask you all, so put on your thinking caps and get your fingers ready to type. Next slide, please. Share, thinking of those students who are struggling with homelessness, can you share one strategy your district or your school has used to help a student experiencing homelessness improve attendance and engagement? What worked? Keep it brief, just a sentence or two. You can put it in the chat. You can, you're welcome to talk on Talk Tuesday. We welcome talking. So if you'd like to unmute and let us know, what have you done that others might benefit from learning? And I'll give everyone about a minute to do that. Teresa, yes, you will get the links. They will be sent out from CERC after the event, and they're also posted on our website. Providing hygiene items, sharing available resources, using our school resource as a coordinating transportation. Transportation is required under McKinney McKinney-Vento law. So we are required to provide transportation if I understand correctly. Working directly with town housing, discussing what is considered homelessness, and some food delivery. Nice. I see, Rachel, you are here. Thank you. Just being present and listening to what their needs are before assuming you know what they need. Thank you, Kenneth. Yes. Sometimes people just need to be heard and need another set of ears, maybe someone to be a thought partner in what's happening in their life. Making washer and dryer available in school. Resources in town. Yep. Thank you. Family night at Bristol Works, the local work agency. Food and information, help with local job opportunities. Showers and access to hygiene planners. It's excellent. Thank you. And then the next slide, as we read through all of these, if you go to the next slide, please, Christine, what is one concrete action that you could take, you or your district could take to help a student experience homeless, attend school regularly? Write it down, share it if you'd like, but what can you do? Can you attend the webinar? Can you go and look at your data and see like what is the status of our homeless youth and their attendance? Can we talk about homeless youth on or youth experience homelessness at our school or district attendance team? What is one thing, one concrete action that you would take when you are to go off of this webinar? We know that most every community has a family or two or many, many more who are struggling with homelessness. They may not necessarily be the family you see who have no home, but they don't have a stable place to sleep every night. So I encourage you to think of one thing you can do, and you're welcome to share that here. And I think that's my last slide. Thank you all. And I think I'm going to turn it back to Christine to welcome our guest speakers. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Kari, so much. And I would like to turn it over now to Dr. Lisa Simone and Cindy Ratulus.
Good morning, everyone. So I have Chanel with me. So she is here, but she's in my office. So what we're going to do is, and Christine, thank you so much for sharing. Christine's going to navigate the slides for us. I have to say, and I just want to say a big thank you to the state of Connecticut, the Department of Ed, for this LEAP opportunity, and for Cindy. And Cindy will jump on and she's going to focus on a couple of the slides that we're going to present, but it has really been a game changer for our school. Just to give you guys a little bit of background about us. So I'm Lisa Simone. I'm the Director of Youth Justice and Education Services for ACES. So I oversee 3, in which I think we're going to be bumping it to 5 education programs in incarceration settings for juveniles, so adjudicated youth. I also had the honor of developing and opening the Bridge at ACES, which is a community high school. It's located in Hamden, but we have students who come in anywhere from Hartford, Wethersfield, down to Stamford, Bridgeport, Waterbury. I mean, and we keep expanding beyond New Haven County. ACES is a rest that usually focuses on, I think there's 25 or 26 communities under the New Haven County umbrella, but we've been kind of like popping through beyond New Haven. We also have what's called an Aspire program, which is a contract with New Haven Public Schools, working with, as I have 2 kids popping balloons outside of my office in the lobby, working with the most at-risk middle school students in New Haven. So we have 25 kids in our program who have basically in lieu of expulsion from one of the middle schools in New Haven. So we're talking kids who have trauma, who are caught up in street life, very, very involved in juvenile justice. I do a lot of work actually with Juvenile Justice Policy Oversight Committee. I'm one of the co-chairs of one of the subcommittees. So we do a lot of juvenile justice work in this building and in the obvious other settings. So having this LEAP opportunity, and again, I give a big shout out to Cindy Ratchelis for including us in this under ACES. We've been able to have the funding and the opportunities for us to go beyond the school day. So we really are going to take a deep dive into that with this team and explain to you. So it's more like a qualitative example of what can be done while utilizing the LEAP resources. So we are going to start off with Cindy giving us a little overview on us as ACES LEAP, and then we're going to deep dive into the bridge at ACES and how we've been utilizing this resource. Cindy?
Yep. So good morning. Thank you for joining us. I'm Cindy Ratchelis. I am the Director of Collaborative Student Support Services at ACES, and one of the hats I wear is as the District LEAP Coordinator for ACES. You can go ahead to the next slide. And this is just a little background, which I'm sure most of you are familiar with, but LEAP was launched in April of 2021 by Governor Ned Lamont and really came about after recognizing the high absenteeism and disengagement following COVID-19. It's currently in 15 districts, and when you look, it's across the state. It's across very diverse districts, so you're talking from Danbury to Windham to Bridgeport to Wallingford, Naugatuck. You find it across the state. And the focus, as you know, is really building trusting relationships with the families. We're encouraging school attendance. Go ahead to the next slide. You know, and one of the things you have to make clear to people sometimes is we're not an attendance enforcement program. Those who don't know the background sometimes think that. We really focus on the family strengths, on collaboration. Families have the right to say no. They also have to say the right, we'd rather meet somewhere else than our home. And we're really looking to learn from them what is going on that might be prohibiting their child from coming to school. You know, what I have found in doing this, we just came on board this year, is really, again, educating the staff who are doing it, the building principals, we have schools involved with this, as well as the families. They tend to be somewhat guarded, I find, and really it takes some work to get them to open up and feel comfortable. But once they do, it's been a great experience. And with that, I'm going to let Lisa go ahead and focus on the bridge specifically.
So the thing that, and Christine, next slide. Thank you. The thing that's been really nice too is I just also want to let you know, we have 3 social workers in our building. So we have 2 traditional school social workers. We also have an LCSW. I also hold a license as a clinical social worker. So everything that we have done with LEAP really has come through that either social emotional lens, trauma lens, almost community activist lens in some ways. So it's been an amazing opportunity to watch all of us as social workers, teachers, and behavioral educators come together with really the one goal in mind, and that's to get our kids into our schools, feel supported, but also have our families feel like we're kind of like giving them a big hug and pulling them in. So Chanel's going to share this slide, and she and I are going to just kind of go back and forth with this. Chanel has been our lead at the Bridge at ACES, overseeing this program, and she has done an outstanding job. I'm not going to share how old my girlfriend is, but okay, I will. She's only 27, and she has been in this role for 1.5 years, and she just blows my mind at how amazing she has been doing what she does. So, Chanel.
Thank you. So the Bridge at ACES has accelerated LEAP to support all students in our program. It has done really well with just re-engaging families who are not familiar with that engagement really at all, that support that has been lacking. We've had the opportunity to use an alternative education model for students and benefit from additional school and community support. Many of the families, again, as Lisa has stated, that wraparound services to navigate the educational system. They're unfamiliar sometimes with some of the systematic approaches that's being taken. So just for
Here and Cara was talking, a message came through Chanel's phone from actually one of our moms. Ironically, she does fall under McKinney-Vento, so her family is considered homeless right now. And what she did was I think she got hacked. But the first thing she thought of was to contact Chanel to say, this is what just happened. What do I do? So this is a mom who, say 2 years ago, because we've had her son now for 2 years, say 2+ years ago, she would have potentially just sat here and would not know what to do. So Chanel was able to show it to me. We'll strategize and get mom, call her and say, Mom, this is what you need to do. When before she kind of felt like she was on her own island. There's a lot of psychiatric issues going on with the family that we've also been able to help her navigate through that before. Piece has really helped us kind of blow it up even larger, where the parents feel like they have a place in this building as well. So anyways, this is, so Christine, you want to jump to the next one? The next slide? Oh, you're losing our sound?
Yeah, you keep
Ugh.
fading out.
I gotta tell you this, I don't know what is going on today. I think I need to go home and start over. How about now? Could you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good. Thanks, then. So impact of LEAP at the Bridge at ACES. Like I said to you, we have a middle school program and we also have a high school program. High school kids come from all over, at this point, all over the state of Connecticut. Middle school, they're all New Haven students. They live in New Haven. So we've been able to provide a community-based model within our school setting. We work very, very closely with counseling services. I've been having meetings with the mayor of New Haven, when it comes to our New Haven kiddos, trying to figure out what we can do beyond the school and beyond LEAP. But if it wasn't for LEAP, and being able to have these conversations with municipalities of, we may run a school hour building, but because of LEAP, we're able to do these other things. It has the attention to what we've done with LEAP has pulled in municipalities around us. Now they're popping balloons out there. I can't even make this up today, guys. It's always quiet in my office. I just want you to know. But it's been really neat to be able to present on what we're doing, and it's becoming bigger. So I just want you guys to know that it's not just at the school level anymore. LEAP and the opportunities we've been able to have with LEAP has been bringing in a lot of community resources. So going back to what we've been able to do within our building, attendance has increased. Engagement has increased, which then brings on the academic success for our kids. We're growing our kids. We're growing them. We're teaching them how to be students. We have a lot of kids who have attendance gaps. So, okay, so sorry. We have a lot of students who have a lot of attendance gaps. So basically, whether you're in the juvenile justice setting, so in our incarceration programs or here, we're teaching kids. So simultaneously, we're teaching kids the academic content. We're also teaching them how to be students. So that attendance is huge for us. That engagement is huge. And I know Chanel even had mentioned about working with parents, to even teaching our parents that we are your ally, and that the more we know the more we could help the family. Because ultimately, we have all as educators had that one parent, and it's sad, and I'm going to admit it, doing this for 25 years, where I could walk away and say, that parent doesn't even care. But that's not necessarily true. The parent maybe didn't know how to access. The parent maybe felt very intimidated about education. With this LEAP program, it gives us that opportunity to go to the homes to work with the parents to then pull them into the process. We've enhanced social emotional support in a very safe environment. And we've opened doors to vocational educational opportunities for the kids that they never had. We have parents calling us saying, I want to get this job. How do I write a resume? We're going to help you do that. And we encourage our students to become role models. So my high school kids, we try to encourage them to be role models for, middle school. That's all I have to say. Middle school is its own little creature. But really our kids have become very, very independent and very, they've bought in. They've bought into, they get excited when they find out that our team is coming out to meet the families. They get excited when Chanel during the day as a social worker calls the parent to have the Amazon jungle. That's right, Teresa. They get excited to hear our parents actually answer the phone now and don't have that, like, what did my kid do? Because they know that there's a good chance we're going to tell them something exceptional of what the kids did. Okay, Christine, next slide. Thank you. Okay, again, our collaboration and partnerships. It's a natural partnership that we do work with CSSD. So that's courts. I always do this wrong. It's basically the juvenile division of court support services. So we work very closely with them. We work underneath that umbrella is juvenile probation officers, the courts. I mean, I've sat in front of judges talking about our kids at the bridge. We had a very unique story of a young man who was basically within a month and a half, he was going to graduate high school, got himself jammed up again, ended up in detention. I went in front of the judge and basically, kind of put my career on the line and said, he'll be fine. We just need him back to school. And they released him that day. And he graduated high school. The kid now lives down south and he's living his best life. We work very closely with DCF, families, community organizations, and sending school districts. I think a lot of times for the sending school districts, we end up giving them more information about families that they never knew about. And it's like, you know what? You probably didn't have to outplace this kid if you only knocked on the door and maybe tried to engage the parents. So next slide, Christine. Thank you. So with the LEAP in action at the bridge, we have a counseling team, we have teachers, behavioral educators who are part of the LEAP model. They, and I'm speaking for you, you can do this. This is all Chanel.
Well, they provide individualized support to students. Again, this is our school community team that is reaching out to these families. Probably, I would assume in normal schools, like it's not typical for our BTs or our TADs to be reaching out to families, but in this LEAP action model, we're able to have other team members play a really large role in reaching out to these families and building that relationship. So it's not just up to like the social workers anymore. Like the impact of having multiple team members play a role is important. Engaging the students in academic and social, emotional, and vocational growth, giving them the opportunity to learn beyond what they're used to, be able to, let them engage in things that they haven't engaged in before. And that's because they're attending school, coming back to school, kind of re-engaging back into their school community, finding a sense of belonging. And it is currently supporting 45 middle school and high school students. So it really has, at least here for the LEAP community, we've seen our kids come back to school. Some of them literally disengage. They stop coming to school. But with LEAP, having the opportunity to do home visits, even if it's not in the home, phone calls, reaching out to parents and guardians and community, even community partners, collaboration, just reaching out and taking that first step to kind of all work together in support of a student has made a difference. So seeing our kids back in school has really, 45, I mean, it has really made a huge impact with our kids here.
And that's the thing too. We have, I mean, if you think about it, kids that end up in alternative settings, a lot of times it is the absenteeisms. It's the absences that really they're disengaged, and then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger because the kids aren't in school. And then they come back to school. I mean, okay, I'm going to put my clinical lens back on, or hat back on. You have a kid who hasn't been in school in 40 days. They come back to school, they're sitting in a classroom, they don't know what's going on. What's going to happen? Their behaviors are going to escalate. They're going to get jammed up. They're going to get kicked out again. And then they're going to be like, you know what? I'm not going back. So all 45 of these kids, they weren't consistently accessing their education. Kari.
So I kind of wanted to build on that a little bit because these students were in alternative ed programs, and the state has invested funds in 11 districts for LEAP, for alternative ed programs, are really our tier 3 hardest to reach students for attendance and for many other things. And so what the measurement is for this, for success, is not to necessarily have students become so they're no longer chronically absent. We want to see students' growth and improvement in attendance. Like Dr. Simone said, some students have 40, 50 days. So if we could get their chronic absence rates down from 35% to 27%, that's a win. We've got them going in the right direction and re-engaging with school. It may take time. It may not be till next year that we have a really improved attendance, but once students are tier 3 chronically absent, it takes intensive supports and baby steps as far as improving attendance.
Exactly. Thank you, Kari. Christine, next. Thank you. So, okay, now, Christine, this is gonna work. I was really excited to do this yesterday. So Chanel narrated a success story. So we wanted you to hear about, we have 2 stories. So we're gonna hope this works. Okay, Christine, hit it.
And let me see if my sound's going to work. So this is what I'm doing. Hang on one second.
Okay.
Uh-oh, hold on. What happened? Okay. If you send me the link, I can try to, because it doesn't look like it's opening on my end.
Could I share possibly? Oh, I can.
Yeah, I could do that. Yep, I can actually, let me do this. Just give me 1 second. Yep.
Lisa, while you're figuring that out, there was a question about, at this point of the year, how are you dealing with credits?
Well, at Switch, everybody freaks the fuck out.
I mean, not just you, really, everyone. How we're kind of coming into a place where it's like, okay, now I'm getting them to go to school, but they've missed all this months.
Yeah.
There's obviously case by case. We try, there's hearings you can have, but like overall, like, how are we able to really help these kids now that they come to school?
Well, and I think what happens too, Teresa, is that it really has to go back to the school district. So we've had kids, like we'll take a high school student. Every marking period is an opportunity to gain a quarter credit in a class. So we let them know up front that, like, so now we're in March. If we had a student who was coming consistently now, we would, hold on 1 second, guys. Okay, Teresa, I'm going back to that. Hold on 1 second. I'm just going to try to pull this up because I actually don't have it up. Yeah, I just got to find it first. Hold on, guys. And Teresa, I promise I'll get back to you. So now I have beeping outside my door. Let me, oh, okay. See if this works. You guys could see that, right?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Done. So now I am going to try this. Don't know if it's going to work. Were you able to hear that?
No,
No.
sorry. You might have to share your sound on Zoom.
Okay.
But I think we're at the middle school story. I think the slide advanced itself. That's what was happening to me.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm going to slide it back. So how do I share? Somebody said that. I saw that. Share. Wait, hold on. How do you share?
If you go to more and it has like 3 dots and you click, I believe that's on, yeah, on your end. There should be a more where you could say it says computer sound.
I got it. Okay, let's try this. I might do it as a speaker. So let's see here, guys. Let me go backwards. Okay, let me know.
So we have a student who's
No,
been
me here.
attending the Bridge since fall of 2023. This is a student who's struggled with school attendance since middle school and has always displayed severe school avoidance. He would come to school infrequently, maybe 1 to 2 times a week. Then in the middle of the school year, his truancy increased to chronic absenteeism. At one point, he was completely disengaged, and his parents just didn't know what to do and had difficulties encouraging him to attend. I would say that LEAP has given us the opportunity to see the student make huge improvements in his attendance. His parents have expressed feeling supported more than ever. With LEAP, we've had the opportunity to build relationships, learn things about the student and his family dynamic, and gain insight about his unique strengths. LEAP has helped us re-engage the student back into his school community where he now feels a sense of belonging. The rapport and trust between the family, the student, and the LEAP team has given this student a chance to be encouraged, gain some motivation, and make positive changes. So much that his parents have stated being shocked that he is willing to come to school and sometimes even ready before them in the mornings. This family has expressed appreciation because of the increased support and always seem excited when they receive phone calls just to check in and schedule home visits. While the student is still a work in progress, the difference it's made in addressing his school avoidance barriers has really helped him go from being completely disengaged to now attending at least 3 to 5 days a week, which is amazing and success in our eyes.
So what I wanted to say, you guys could still hear me, right? Okay, good. Thank you. What's really amazing about this story is that this young man, he suffers with a lot of anxiety. There's levels of depression. His mom is a very, very anxious woman who there was definitely that very kind of enmeshed kind of situation going on with the family where with our team getting into the home and engaging with the mom and the dad and the student, it was almost like providing that in-home service to let mom know it's okay to let him go. Like as much as mom would get frustrated because he wasn't going to school, a lot of it was pressure from mom, like, no, he's just going to stay home. So there were a lot of layers to this family. So I know even with Chanel as the school social worker, as well as being a part of the LEAP piece, she's worked, like we kind of knew we love our student, but we had to work even harder with the mom to say it is okay to let him go. It is okay for him to come to school. He just had surgery. If this was a couple of years ago, that surgery, he would have stayed home probably for the entire school year. But because of these opportunities for the team to go out there and work with the family with LEAP, his attendance has gone up. He's here every day with his crutches,
Yeah.
you know, and we're all like chasing him around. We're like, get to class, and he laughs and he goes to class. But this again, I can't say it enough. Thank you, thank you, thank you, the state of Connecticut, for giving us this opportunity with the LEAP program. We've got one more story here. It's a quick one. Here we go, guys.
For students at ACES, the LEAP program has become the bridge of support, a lifeline for families navigating challenges beyond the classroom. One story stands out as a 12-year-old 7th grade male student who struggles with poor impulse control, behavioral problems, and untreated mental illness. He and his 2 siblings who struggle with similar problems are in custody of their elder grandparents, who have stepped up to provide care due to circumstances where parents are unavailable. Mother and father struggle with repeated legal issues, substance abuse. Like many of our students, their parents unable to provide the care due to a combination of legal troubles, substance abuse, and severe mental issue struggles. Their mother was admitted to a state psychiatric hospital for treatment, leaving the children in custody of their elderly grandparents. Despite their own health challenges and difficulties that come with raising grandchildren in their last years, the grandparents stepped up out of love and necessity, but the task was monumental, especially with 3 children, each facing their own behavioral struggles and emotional scars. This is where the LEAP program at ACES became a beacon of support. Through the initiative, we were able to build strong, meaningful relationships with the grandparents, offering them not only guidance but a sense of partnership. They were no longer isolated in their journey, but were empowered by a community that understood their struggles. With consistent support from the LEAP team, there was a noticeable reduction in behavioral problems and the cycle of suspensions and legal issues.
So now we have grandparents who show up all the time here. And we have a grandfather who I think is convinced he works for us. but we love it. But he will show up and he could talk to you for hours. And he'll walk in and be like, "Where's Miss Lisa? We need to talk." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I have a meeting." But what's been so nice about it, and then actually, you know what, Christina, I'm going to stop sharing mine so you could just jump right back in. What's nice about it is we would rather have that than have this child at home or continuously getting in trouble. We've created an opportunity for all of us to work as a team. And it's been really, really nice because even when he has the struggles at home, you know, grandma, grandpa at all hours of the day at times will reach out to say, "This is what's going on. You know, do you have any advice for us?" And that's all we want. That's all we want. And you know what? Ultimately, he is here every day. Are there days where he drives us crazy? Absolutely. But I'd rather have him in school where it's consistent and we're getting him into classes. And again, like we said in the very beginning, an opportunity for us to grow them as students. So they'll find success beyond, you know, our four walls in this building. So we believe in second chances and student growth. We, with this opportunity through LEAP and a lot of the work that we do during the day, we've been able to rebuild trust, engagement, and success, not just for the kids, but for the families. Students have gained confidence, stability, and future pathways. We have a young man who last summer, we were able to pay him money to paint all of our classrooms when we were done with our summer school. So in August, he stayed here and he painted all, and he lives in Stamford. painted all of our classrooms. We figured out a way of getting him up here. Now, because of that, he's like, he never painted a room before. The kid was exceptional. Now he's actually, his thought is when I graduate high school, and this is a young man who just was diagnosed. We knew there was something going on with him. We couldn't figure it out. He was labeled ED. And as we all know in education, when in doubt, when there's a kid who's giving you behavioral issues, just label him ED. Working with the mom, she actually brought him to a psychiatrist to find out that, I say old school, an Axis 1 psychiatric disorder, that now he's figuring out ways of realizing this is what I have, this is why I do what I do, and this is what I need to do. So it's given him the confidence to be like, okay, now I understand why my brain works the way it works. And with that opportunity from last summer, he actually, I think he booked a job with somebody over our spring break to get paid to go paint rooms in this house. So again, together we're building a brighter future for all of our kids. I think that was it, Christy. I think now it's questions. Questions. Does anybody have any questions?
And I know I
Oh,
did
wow.
put in chat too, just to let you know, Lisa.
Oh boy, here we go. Will community resources connections have districts found supportive for families to re-engage into returning to school? I have to say for us, we have, like I said, we've worked closely with, and ours are somewhat, I guess, unique. We work very closely, like I said, with juvenile justice. So I know even for us, I've worked closely and Chanel has been pulled in to work with like probation officers. And the work that I do on the Juvenile Justice Policy Oversight Committee is diversion. So a lot of things that we've talked about is there's mental health programs and there's youth programs within communities who have the ability to transport kids. So we've utilized them as well. So through juvenile justice, if a child has a probation officer, we will engage in the community resources. A lot of times they are able to offer transportation. So we might have it where we have that community caseworker bring the child in. You know, they're not taking the van, they're not taking the bus for whatever reason, they have school avoidance. So let's do the baby steps. So we've had them come in, we meet with them, or if they could transport the parents. I mean, right now I have the balloon popper out there. We had one of our vans go pick up the mom and bring her in to be like, okay, we don't want to send them home, but mom, you got to come in and help us with this. So it's really, for us, we've been lucky because we do work so closely with juvenile justice that we have access. But for answering that question, I would say really look in your community to see if there are community programs who have caseworkers and how you could connect them. Get a hold of your youth service providers and see what they have or what other services they might be able to offer you. What does the collaboration between building staff and LEAP staff look like in the districts? For us, our LEAP staff are our building staff. So it's just a constant working together as a team. Chanel does oversee that that program. Kari.
I just, I wanted to say, you could have finished. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh,
but
no, I was done.
when it comes to how do LEAP staff interact with the school staff and how does this become sort of an all hands on deck process? I think there's some LEAP districts who have been doing this for a while, like Manchester, maybe to London, who might be able to talk about how the LEAP districts interact with their staff at their schools. I'm not sure if Latasha is still here. Latasha.
Hi, Kari. Hi, everyone. I'm still here. So,
okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah, my superintendent and I, long story short, we created a tiered system. So, you know, it's the whole school approach where, you know, there's incentives for everyone. We're connecting with families. The attendance teams are crucial in my district. On the attendance team, it has to be at least one administrator, social worker, the family resource center coordinator sometimes. but the LEAP home visitor, our student engagement specialist, and every 10 to 21 days, they get together and dive into the data, find out who has the best relationship with these kiddos and families that are chronically absent, or actually sometimes who's approaching being chronically absent, so that, you know, that bubble is, you know, who you can really, really move right below and just right above. And my LEAP home visitors, their home base is here with me. I'm off site, but they all have offices and spaces in the building. I very rarely see them, except for check-ins and, you know, when I provide lunch for them to come back home sometimes, but they are very much enmeshed in their school buildings.
Yeah.
And that's intentional.
They're there for the students, you know, they're in the hallways, they're in the lunchroom, they're available for when students might need to connect with them as well. So thank you, Latasha. I appreciate that I put you on the spot. All right. I think I remember what ACES is doing at the Bridge is doing sort of an alternative ed tier 3 kind of a model in general. And what's evaluated for LEAP is a tier 2 model. And for those students who are just below 10% chronic absence or just above. And that has been researched and proven to be effective to improving attendance, especially for students in the high school. And that led us to believe that this can also be effective with our tier 3 students. It's about relationships. It's not difficult, but so thank you, Dr. Simone and Chanel. Thank you very much. And Cindy for coming today.
You're welcome. Corey, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Click over, or Christine, click to the next page. If you guys want, take my info down. Please feel free to send me an email. Okay, but no, thank you so much. And again, I can't thank you enough for this opportunity to be able to do this good work.
Well, we're excited to see it in action. Definitely. Thank you. And I love the vignettes I don't know if you call them vignettes, but the sort of the case studies. The way you did those case studies are something I haven't seen many of our LEAP districts do that, and sort of presenting like what or demonstrating what students are presenting and how the impact was. That's something you might want to think about when you're presenting about LEAP or other programs, are these case studies. Wonderful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thanks, guys. Everybody have a great, I almost said weekend. I'm pushing the week along. Great weekend.
Tuesdays.
I like that, Lisa. Thank you so much. This was great information, and we very much benefited from it. So thank you again. So our Talk Tuesdays, hard to believe 5 more until the end of the school year. But we have March 18th, April 1st, April 29th, May 13th, and May 27th. If you know anyone that would like to participate as well in Talk Tuesdays, the registration link is here. It's embedded, but we also send it in the follow-up email as well. We ask that the Zoom link not be shared. Instead, share the registration link. So that way we can make sure everyone is registered and gets all this great information and with all the reminders and announcements that we have. And again, here is our information. Keep in touch. If you have any thoughts, ideas, you're doing something great in your district that you really want to share about, reach out to us. We are looking, we really want to hear what districts are doing. And you might not feel like it has this high success rate, but I'm sure some things are working and that maybe you want to share that with us. We're always looking for something. So please reach out. We thank you all for your time, your participation, and have a wonderful rest of your day. And we will be to the weekend before you know it.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye now.